Well, hello there, people out there in SuperFan Thursday land. SuperFan Thursday land. We are waiting for our guest to come up. Mr. Jack Levy, or as known as CAPT Jack from the Las Vegas Raiders. Pete should be out here in just a moment as well. But we're trying to get Jack situated so he can get on here. It seems like every time you email somebody a link, they never look at it. So it's what it is. So we're just going to have to roll with it. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Like I said, Pink will be up here in just a moment. She's up backstage getting Jack together here. Yes, today we have CAPT Jack. It is a great honor to have him here. He's one of the great super fans that we have here. And guess what? He has just arrived. So, Pink, come on up, girl. Come on up. Hey, CAPT Jack, how are you?
Fashionably late, but then isn't this like the ladies hosting the broadcast? You got to be a little late to tease them to be in there like that. So I don't want to hear any sexist jokes. Okay. Fashionably late is fashionably late, but I am here at the crack of like 3 minutes late.
That's all right.
I'm here.
It's not fashionably late. It's just you have to make an entrance. That's what it is. Make an entrance.
I like that. Yeah. Screw that fashionably late stuff. I'm making my entrance for you. How you doing there, Riz?
I am doing very good there, CAPT Jack. How are you doing there, sir? You know, a question I did want to ask you.
Okay.
That
you've only had about a year, so you know that.
True. There's a question I want to ask. How long have you been a Raiders fan?
Have I been a Raiders fan? I've been a Raiders fan for going now on 54 years.
54. Wow, 54 years.
Yeah.
That's almost more. That's way more than me.
Yeah,
I'm on 48.
Started in 72. The year 72, watching the Raiders on TV, and was ended by, and I all you Stiller fans, I want to say this for all you Stiller fans, when it was upended by the immaculate deception of 1972. Yeah, there you go.
And he's a Pittsburgh fan, so there you go.
So I said it exactly for you there, shipmate. Deception. That Delta should be, or the Romeo should be a Delta. Just saying. But good to see you there. Yeah.
So how have you been able to cope with the different changes that the organization has gone, like going city to city, being in Oakland, going to LA, and then going to Las Vegas? I mean,
you missed one. Well, you missed one.
What's that?
We started in Oakland, and remember, so everything that happens in Vegas started in Oakland.
Okay.
We were in Oakland first, went down to LA, won our third Super Bowl, or was it 2 in LA? Technically 2 Super Bowls in Oakland and 1 in Los Angeles. But that last Super Bowl, they were kind of like betwixt themselves. They were practicing in Oakland and playing in LA and things like that because they hadn't moved all of the facilities there. So I'm not sure. I think the Rams might be the only 2 city teams that have won a Super Bowl. I might be mistaken, but I know for a fact, for the longest time, it was the Raiders. And so I was a Raiders fan in 72, and I was in Philadelphia as a young kid. So I've always followed them. And the first time I actually ever saw them in California, I'll start with California. I was in San Diego as a sailor. In 1990 was the time I got a chance to see a actual Raider game in California, because I'd seen Raider games on the East Coast, very limited. and I saw more as I moved to the East Coast when I was in the Navy. And but boy, I even remember my first win at the Oakland Coliseum was the Thursday night game where the Raiders were playing the Chiefs. We were 0-10 at the time, and I'd taken a long, almost 2 weekend breaks. So I saw the Sunday game that we were in San Diego. Then I went up on Thursday to see the Raiders play in Oakland. So it was a little over a week that I had a week of leave. And now is the game that Derek Carr beat the Chiefs for the first time, and we almost lost it. But yeah, that was my first win. And walking out of the Oakland Alameda Coliseum after I'd seen several Raider games previously with a win was something that it literally made me cry. You wouldn't have seen it though, because it was a deluge of like rain and Oko shit rolling down the stands. And yeah, don't say that I'm bullshitting you there, but yeah, there was fecal matter because that stadium was not the most well taken care of. But yeah, seeing your first win at Oko, watching that long run that Latavius Murray had, watching the timeout that was put on by Justin Tuck so that we wouldn't have been offside at a very critical moment in the fourth quarter. I remember all of these things and walking out a winner, soaking wet, but it was a great feeling.
Awesome.
A little long-winded, but yeah, that's
no. That I asked a question, you gave an answer. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
How do you feel about what's going on right now?
My goodness. Well, first off, that's a great segue question, because I'm going to be having a show on my channel, which I actually can do. I can stream this to my audience, so I can actually put this a little bit late, but hopefully it'll go. Yeah. Let me go here and stream this to my audience and say, Captain. I apologize. I'm gonna have to type and say it the same thing. Captain Jack. And what's the name of this show with Pink Panther, right?
Yep, SuperFan's Thursday with Pink Panther, which she'll be on momentarily. So.
Yep. Live with.
There she goes.
For SuperFan.
There she is.
SuperFan.
You're on mute, Pink.
There we go. I want to at least make sure that I got it in there.
You're on mute.
The changes are there, so we if all goes well. And again, folks, I can type and think, but I can't, do it all at the same time. So at least we're broadcasting out on my channel. How you doing there, Miss Pink? What's going on? Now, see, I see a spinning circle of death on her. I don't feel so bad.
What is going on, me? Captain? That's going on, B?
I'm good. I'm just getting some Captain Jack questions here.
After you was 3 minutes late, Captain, from one captain to another. My brother from another mother.
Circle of death. I hope. The window.
No, he's breaking up there.
Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
I have a bunch of windows up. I didn't get a chance. Yeah, I hear you. I had a bunch of windows up, and I apologize. It's like literally rushed in from getting something to eat, and then getting a studio for my 9 o'clock show. And I'm like pounding the keyboard trying to get things done there. So thank you. Got some of the folks coming in for my channel as well. Got John and Bob. Hi. And again, we are on Pink's show, so don't ask me for something specific. This is that young lady's channel, and we're on with her and Strilla.
Yeah, we are on with.
But thank you for showing,
Captain Jack. Yeah, of course. We're so happy to have you here. You are a very special guest of the Pink Fan Fur and Company channel, and you know this. We have we've been friends for quite a few years now, going on 3 years, and we have a lot in common. We love sports. We were in the military, not together, but we both served in the military. You're a Raiders super fan. I'm a Carolina Panthers super fan. What else can I say about the old good old Captain Jack. He's a great person. A lot of fun to be around. Everybody loves him. He doesn't really need any kind of introduction. He tells it exactly like it is. So do not come in here thinking you're gonna get sugarcoat anything. So just an
Mm-mm.
all around great guy. So we love to have you here, and thank you so much for coming. We got some questions for you. We're just gonna chop it up and talk about your journey. Oh, I'm just so glad you guys beat the Kansas City Thieves. But uh, you remember that you just beat them in January.
Oh my goodness, that was the technically the last, yes, my last game going out to Vegas, and there's nothing greater than that get 2 wins on that day. Went to Vegas, and knowing that we had a chance for the #1 pick, and then seeing the New York Lowly Giants, I should say, beat the Cow Patties on, and I don't know where it was. I don't know if it was in Dallas. I don't know if it was in New York. I don't know where it was. I don't care. But when the Giants beat the Cow Patties, it gave us, before our game even started, knowing that we had the first pick in the draft, which actually took a lot of pressure off of our guys, because all they had been saying is like, gotta lose, gotta lose, gotta lose, gotta lose, gotta lock up that #1 pick. And it when you are an athlete and all you are attuned to doing for every game that you play is to win and do your best, and people are telling you, yeah, do that, but don't win. Okay, well, that's counterproductive or counter what you're supposed to be doing. Going out there, playing the Chiefs, and yeah, they didn't have a lot of their players playing. I get it. Some guy, some number 15 wasn't playing because he was hurt. Oh, wah. Okay, he wasn't there, but you play with who is there. Yeah, thank you know what, that almost kind of, thank you for reminding me. I have one here. Granted, it's an eyeglass marker, but it's a cleaner. But winning that game, leaving that day, and leaving with the 2 ladies that were with me, that was a bonus. I had 2 ladies. I had bookends. Plus Hollywood's wife was there, which was nice. So actually, leaving with 3 awesome ladies to celebrate that win. There was nothing but love, and nothing but heart, and nothing but cheer in your heart for every Raider fan there, beating those damn Kansas City Chiefs.
Right, and you beat them in your home stadium, Allegiant Stadium out there in Las Vegas, that beautiful, gorgeous stadium. I know that was the last home game, so that was like, how is that? Because we didn't win our last home game, but I know that winning your last home game is very important. Doesn't matter who you play.
Yes, but you also played the next week, so I'll call that a win for the Carolina Panthers. Okay, because some local team, the Tampon Bay Fake Pirates, because I live in the Tampa area, they ended up losing their game, which meant that the Carolina Panthers won the NFC South, and we were all going, yes! I was so happy, ecstatic. Now, granted, you had to wait till Monday. Because a very hated team, I believe it was the Falcons, had to win in order for that to happen. That was the Monday night game, and it doesn't matter. What was it? The enemy
Sunday.
of my enemy
That
is
was,
my friend. Okay,
yeah,
Sunday,
you're
yeah,
right. It was Monday
but you
night.
had to wait.
It was Monday. No,
Yeah,
it was Saturday. It was
and
Sunday because our game was on a Saturday. They moved it to a Saturday, right?
okay.
And then
I know you had to
Sunday,
wait for it though.
who cares?
Yeah, you had to wait
were
for
in.
it. It was a long time ago. It was a whole 2 months ago. But
Yeah,
it was great.
Mm-hmm.
well, about a month and a half, but it was great. I mean, you travel a lot. Like I know you guys talked a little bit about you traveling. I know you travel a lot to your home stadium. That's a
Totally.
lot in and of itself. Like we'll talk about your season too, but talk a little bit about the stressors of the traveling and how do you even manage? It's a lot. It's expensive too. For those super fans who's thinking about traveling, but they're kind of leery about it, and how do you do it, and how do you manage the stressors of all that travel, flying back and forth, and this and that?
Well, first off, I am old.
Ah,
OLLLLLD. Old. I'm about I'm a little over a month away from my 61st birthday.
yep, got birthday coming
So
up.
I've been I want to yeah, I would say that I've been retired now against my will. I will say this against my will. I've been retired now for about 2 years. I won't go into those specifics, but I am not retired because I want to be retired, but I've settled into it, and
Mm,
I know that I have at least I have the time to do this. Um, so I have that. But if you got to have the time to travel, obviously you got to have the money and the resources to travel. Well, I'm going to talk resources. There are super fans that are sponsored, and God love them, because I know how much money I spend personally for my travel, and it's an inordinate amount. It's a ghastly amount, but I go in with the fact is that at least when I go to Vegas, I have my Vegas timeshare, which I use to the hilt, because if you got a timeshare, that's their bonus. You know that for those games that are at home, you got that socked away. So basically, all you have to do at that point is provide the money to get on planes, and then you got the tickets, which I am a ticket holder, and people think that are Raider fans. They actually think that I live in California or Vegas or Arizona. Maybe I live in Texas, because they don't realize I live in Florida.
no,
So
they don't know.
every game is an away game. Every game is a game away. It's a matter of me traveling to that. Yeah, a couple spins. Yeah, that's the other thing, Rob. People think I have a gambling problem. No, I don't have a gambling problem. I have a Raiders problem. You know, um, one of the young ladies at my one of the young ladies at the job that I used to have, I'll just say that, being of military mind, she actually took me aside one day, and she asked me. She goes, "I was a chief petty officer, retired," and she went up to me, and she knew to address me as chief, and she goes, "Hey, chief, can I talk with you for a minute?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, what's up?" She goes, as your special security officer, I just have to ask, do you have a gambling problem? And I looked at her, and then I realized where this was coming from. And I said, well, why do you ask? And I'm waiting for her reply. She goes, well, because on the calendar, every time you're going to be away, you put, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Vegas, baby, is not, so people know where I am. So I have to account for my time. So she thought I was a degenerate gambler. And I'm like, no, I'm not a degenerate. I don't have a gambling problem. I have a Raiders problem. So she, and rightly so, she was doing her due diligence to make sure that I was not doing something stupid, so that I would be a target for people to sell classified secrets, because that was part of my job. So I said, nope, don't have to worry about that. So I had that covered. I have a Raider problem. And people think I go to Vegas, I'm a big time gambler. And I've actually only started gambling on the app because of the was it the Hard Rock app, which is good in Florida. And I've been doing more gambling this year, penny. I call it penny gambling. Like maybe 200. I have a bank for $200, and I go plus or minus there, and that's funsy money. And so I use that, and that's it. If I win, I sock it away. If I don't win, then I bring it back up to 200, and that's what I keep it at. So I'm not this degenerate gambler at that. I've done more gambling here in Florida than I have in Vegas. But so I go there. I don't even really go to any of the Vegas shows. When I go there, it's to see my team and to be with the fans. It is a pure. It's a business trip. It's a business trip, and you saw that when you were out there, Pink. We have all these events. You go out on Friday. You might have a chance to go get some dinner or something, and then Saturday night there's an event on Saturday night. Where you go meet some people. What, Rob? Come out. You spend your money, and I'll spend some of your money with you. Okay, come on out to Vegas, brother. I'll use your money on the penny slots, no problem. But it's not going to be me. But you have events Saturday afternoon. You have a get-togethers, and Saturday nights there's usually party with the Raider Nation and the fans of the other teams. And we meet you up there. Then Sunday, for a typical game, for Sunday, you go to the game, you get your tailgate, you walk in, you have the game, and then after game, you decompress a little bit by going and get something to eat and hanging out for a while, and then you go back to your hotel. And I'm dead by then, because I remember I told you I am OLLLLLLD. So I go home and I start packing my shit because I gotta fly the next day to get back, and then from there to the East Coast. So that's one day lost. If you got a game that's the next
flight.
weekend.
How long is that flight?
Oh, well, if you go straight, it's usually about a 5 to 6 hour flight with time. Yeah. So yeah, you're losing time. So yeah.
What have you had those situations? Had like 2 home games back to back, and what did you do then? Did you just stay?
Stupid me. I need to do that. I need to do that more often. I need to actually look at the schedule, and I will remember to do that this next time. Is because people will ask me, they'll be like, well, didn't you stay out there? And I'm like, yeah, I should have. And so when the schedule comes out for the 2 back-to-backs in Vegas, then what I'll do is I'll use my timeshare for the weekend for the game. Then I'll use my timeshare for the next weekend for the game. And in between, I'll probably use Hilton Honors or Marriott Honors points, and I'll stay. And this way, I'll at least save travel money going back and forth.
Right. And travel time.
Yeah. And yeah, it'll be nice. And I just need to do that. Now, what I have thought about, and this is a drum roll here, is I have one more big expense, actually 2. I got one big expense, which is coming next Friday. I'm getting a jacuzzi, or I'm sorry, that's a brand. You can't say. I'm getting a hot tub. Okay. I'm getting a hot tub. It is going right on my lanai. Okay. Which is good for my OLLLLLLD bones and muscles and crap. Right. Yeah. So that'll be done there. And then the following Monday,
because I'm not OOLLLLD.
Yeah, well, when you're down here, you can get in the hot tub. You're just gonna have a screaming Filipina talk to you about it. But that's just the way that is. Strella, she'll get you.
I mean, it's gonna be 2 Filipinos screaming at each other.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
You forget?
Okay, well then good. That'll be fine. Yeah. But that'll be good in the thing. Well, but that'll be good. And then my beautiful, and I will say that beautiful 70-inch Sharp Aquas, which is a great TV that I bought 13 years ago. It's practically brand new. The picture is just wonderful. The only bad thing is it's not Bluetooth capable. So I have this wonderful brand new furniture, the Shack furniture, which has the Bluetooth speakers in there, and it's waiting to listen to something. It's waiting, right? So when the Monday following I get my hot tub, this wonderful Sharp Aquas goes out to the lanai where the brand new water hot tub will be. So I'm not losing anything there. I'm just kind of, and then I'll have a brand new Wi-Fi Bluetooth capable TV, which will come in here. And then my furniture will be able to talk to the TV and back. And I'm done. The only thing that I got to do after that is get a brand new lawn, because again, we were talking about screaming Filipinas. So once I get a brand new lawn for the house, I already got the Ram 2500.
So you're just taking care of all the little things that you need to do before the draft or before the next season.
Well, I'm getting care of stuff that I need to take care of before the draft and the next season, because at the end of 2026, providing that I am making carbon dioxide out of oxygen, my final big gift to me is getting a travel trailer, and I'm going to be going, probably leaving for 6 months at a time. I'm just going. I'm going to this city, and then I'll check the schedule, and then if I'm in between a city and a game and whatnot, I will figure out where kind of like what Brian did, All in Autumn Wind, where he was going back. Well, if I'm in between, if I'm driving to someplace and I got the travel trailer there, I'll check in at whatever city I'm in and fly from that city to Vegas, to that city to the next game, and then continue to the game after that's travel. So I will just have to coordinate, but I'll have my home with me. So I will be doing that, or this is the battle plan for next year. Where's the draft after Pittsburgh?
I don't
we
know. Does anybody in the comments know? I don't know. I haven't heard. They usually don't announce it until the day of the draft. Could be wrong though.
Yeah, we'll have to check.
Anybody in comments?
Yeah. Well, I'll get that.
Washington, D.C.
Rob's got. Okay, D.C.
Wow, okay.
Oh, good. I can do that. Yeah. Well, then shoot, I don't even need my travel trailer for that. I'll just drive up and then stay at a hotel and be good for that. And yeah, Wardell, Rob, that was one of the items that we had for the Super Bowl this past Sunday. We had lumpia and pancit, some meatballs, which were barbecue and sweet and sour meatballs. We had a dip that I made, which was like a Mexican dip. It was like cheese and meat and cream cheese and stuff. That was, boy, I'll give you. I'm going to say it. I'll give you the farts for 2 days afterwards. So it's good stuff on that.
Wait,
yeah.
TMMFI.
But and then we had a little bit. Yeah. And then we had I had a couple other friends showed over, so we had some cheesy potatoes, and I got a meat plate, which nobody had because we were already stuffed from all the rest of it. And the greatest thing is we sat down and we watched the game, and we were happy that two things: the Chiefs weren't there, and that the Patriots didn't win their seventh. So if you're a Pats fan, sorry, that was the best thing for most of the NFL fans there.
Sounds like you guys had a great time.
Harry, you're not blunt.
You're not blunt. To Tampa, we didn't get any pancit.
I was talking about gas.
You broke up a little bit.
Well, she don't make it all the time. It's a treat, and I get it. It's like, and when I have her being, she'll have it, but it takes an act of God to have her come and make it. So because it was the Super Bowl, it was a special event, and that's why we had it.
Okay, well, Send her my very, very best.
She makes everything
One
great.
Filipino to
She
another and
makes
one captain
everything
to
great. And
another.
I'll get
Mm-hmm.
there. You go. I appreciate that, honey, for sure.
Got a lot of
Yeah.
people in the
Well, I
comments.
got you. I
Hello,
got
Raider
you.
Nation. Hello out there, Raider Nation.
Oh,
I'm
Don didn't
so
watch
sad
it. He
that we didn't
complete.
get to play you
Yeah.
guys, though.
Well, maybe one of these years when after Kubiak and his coaching staff gets settled,
Your new
maybe
coach.
we can meet because yeah, our new coach. And again, a brutal segue announcement. I will be joined on my channel at 9 o'clock ish, depending upon if I go over here a little bit. But 9 o'clock on
We'll
my
get you out
channel,
on
on
time.
Captain Jack's channel. Yep. We're talking about Clint Kubiak and who his coaches are. I don't know any of the coaches yet because I've been busy with stuff. I just know that Clint Kubiak is our head coach, and that's the important thing.
Yeah.
Thank you there, cool.
Shout out to your new coach. How you feeling about the new coach, though? What are your feelings on that, and what are your thoughts? And I know ups and downs throughout the season. You finished what 13? What did you finish? 14-3.
Boy, I wish we
3 and
finished
14.
14-3.
The other way
Turn
around.
that around.
Wait, the other way around. 3-14.
Yeah.
3-14, and that hurt. And that last win was, like you said, the very last game where we would have been 2-15, but we weren't. But 3-14, beating the Chiefs. I don't care if Kermit Mahomes was there or not. We won, and that was the first time we beat the Chiefs in Vegas. So that was good for that. And I would say that I'm confidently excited. Okay. I'm not going to put anything beyond, because again, I'm a Raiders fan. You know, that you don't ever say that you win the game until there's triple zeros on the clock and that there are no flags on the field. Because remember, if it's a defensive penalty and there's triple zeros on the clock, then they still got to run a play. And the game that we won in, what was it, in Oakland against the Chiefs years ago, there were like 3 flags in a row on the final play. We had 2 extra plays. So until there are no flags and it's triple zeros, that's what it is. Hey, Robert, it doesn't matter. You play who you play. And it wasn't their B squad. We didn't have all of our players either. We had a certain pissed off defensive end that wasn't playing. Okay. And we had a couple other players that weren't playing. So it wasn't, and Geno Smith wasn't playing. It actually probably helped us, and it definitely helped us. Wasn't playing. But
Brock
yeah, so
Bowers
there
wasn't playing either, was he?
Yeah, Brock was out because we made sure that people that were injured were not going to get more injured. So it wasn't our A+ game against their A+ game. All I know is our guys beat their guys and fuck the Chiefs, if I can be so bold, if I'm allowed. So that's
at the end of the day, it's a
But
W. So it doesn't make a
Yeah,
difference.
that's right. I mean, but when you handle as a super fan, how do you handle? And I know you talked about the travel because that's a lot too, but the ups and downs, the highs and lows emotionally as super fans, we know we are very attached to our teams emotionally, and nobody likes to lose, but it's like we're gonna lose and we're gonna win. How do you
Yeah.
handle those ups and downs along with all the travel?
I guess it just depends upon the day and the team and the fan, because I think the most drivel that I took this year was sitting in DC with Commanders fan, and this guy was in my ear, and I was like, hey, MF, I'm going to try to clean it up a bit. Hey, MF, I'm here all game. Are you going to be here all game? Because I'm going to be here all game. Well, he was there the entire game. I will give him that. And he was in my ear the entire game. But I don't leave until it's done. I think the only game that I left early, I don't even remember, was this year or the past year. It might have been because of you, hun, because I had to get to the other thing across the street, and I was slow, and my legs were
Oh
hurting.
yeah,
So
that was
I
last
knew
year.
that
I remember that.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, you mean when
I
we beat
left
you
like
guys? Is that what you're referring to?
yeah, when y'all beat
Yeah, I
us, and
remember
I
that very
told
well.
you when I told you, hey, any game that the Raiders are supposed to win, we usually don't. So if you have, by the way, if you have a backup quarterback playing for your team, the Raiders are going to lose. They are like 0-0 forever against that. You know, Mariota was the backup quarterback for the Commanders, and they whooped our ass. And when we
Darnold.
went to Chicago, and Tyler Bagent was their quarterback because the guy that Caleb, no, it wasn't even Caleb Williams. It was the guy who was before Caleb Williams. He was injured, and then that they whooped our ass. And so anytime you got to go to a game and the Raiders are, I said, hey, this is the Raiders. Watch the game and we'll see, because it's usually a entertaining game. And getting back to the fans, I get accosted because of my outfit. They said, "Oh, there's a mark. There's a mark." And I will say that my level, my GAF level. You know what GAF is? Give a foxtrot level.
Yeah.
Yeah, has gotten
You clean that
smaller
one up.
as the game.
Well, I didn't, but
Yeah.
I know what he was saying.
So yeah, so my explosion wick is a little smaller, but I try to keep it in check. But again, Washington, the guy was in my ear. I do not drink. I will not be drunk. You will never see this pirate. God forbid if I break this, but I've been pretty good in all the years that I've been dressing out, because I am a target for other fans, period, especially if I'm traveling. So if I'm traveling and I'm dressed and I'm drunk and I'm a Raider fan, they're going to probably throw me, or arrest me. So that's the other thing. I am never drunk, especially away. Okay. I will have one or two, but that's it. Because first off, I'm not a big, this, Pink, I'm not a big alcohol drinker. So I don't have a lot to do that with that anyway. Give me a sweet Arnold Palmer or a lemonade and I'm good to go. Okay. So that's the other thing. Always be aware that when you are representing your team and you are in your outfit, because I don't wear a costume. I wear a uniform.
No, you don't wear a costume.
You have your
outfit.
outfit.
Costume either. Fits.
Damn right. That's it. So when I wear my uniform, you are representing the team. So you don't want to be that person that is a target. Puppy, good to see you, brother. I don't know if it's a little shiny, but maybe. Well, I do got to get with my Latina stylist, because she'll put some more stuff in here. Hey, if you're going to go get a beard done, go at least to your hot Latina stylist that takes care of you. So I'll have to go see her pretty soon. But what was
It is important that I was just going to say it's important that you understand that as super fans, that whether you're home or where you're at away games or anywhere, even traveling in the airports and whatever, you still have to have your faculties about yourself. And we are targets. You have to have those things to be able to make decisions. And if you got some people who just are haters of your team, like you were saying, you guys, I don't know why anybody would hate the Raiders, but people hate the Panthers. So I don't know why, but you want to be able to make decisions. So I don't know why either, but you want to be able to make decisions. You don't want to be all over the place. And, you don't want to be that person that's on this video and it goes viral. Hey, this super fan, I saw him in the airport and look what. No, you have to have some kind of couth about yourself, and it's not becoming of a super fan to be drunk and all over yourself.
True. And
I used to have some discipline.
Right. And for 38 years, I had a clearance. So if you think I was going to fuck up and do something to make my clearance go away.
Hell no.
No, that was my job, man. So now that I'm retired, you know, I tell people, I said, make sure one of these days you guys got some, you know, bail money for me. But God forbid, if I haven't been able to have them use it yet, but hopefully so. But yeah, I said that wick has gone down, but it's still fun, and it's still fun going out and hanging out with fans of everywhere. I tell you, the main reason why I travel is to see people, is to see the family, my family, Raider Nation, and see people that I haven't seen in a while, and then of course see the fans of the other teams. And I think the best compliment that I've received and a lot of it was this year was I went to the game up in New England where we beat the Patriots week 1, and I had this gentleman come up to me and he said, "Hey Cap, I want to introduce you to my son." And he had his son there, and he said, "Son, I want to tell you something. This guy here has been at every Raider game I've ever been at." And he mentions all these cities that he goes to. And he goes, "CAPT Jack was there," and he shows him pictures of me at various times in the life where I've been there with him. And so it choked me up. And then I've had other fans this year that they saw me when I was in Kansas City getting our ass whooped. That sucked. There was another super fan that was a Kansas City super fan, and she went up to me and she's like, Jack, and she's you know, screaming at me. I say, "Yeah, what can I do you for?" She goes, "Jack, remember me from Oakland?" And I don't forget a pretty face, so I didn't forget her, but I had to place her for a second. So I said yes. So we had pictures together. Beautiful lady. She's retired Army as well, so we took pictures again. So you get like a lot of, you know, repeat performance things. And the other families showed me pictures of them from me from years ago with them and their kids and things like that. So that's the main reason why I travel. God dang, I'll clean it. This team, and I waited until like the last week to say it. This team sucked so bad. There's no reason to go to the games to watch a team that was god awful. And like I said, I waited until like week 17 to use the S word. It wasn't shit. It was sucked, because the Raiders sucked this year, and it was hard to see. But yeah, I go to see the people, and for example, like Puppets up there. We were just in El Paso a couple weeks ago for an event. We were with Los Rudos, and so shout out to them. And it was great to see them. We had the event with there you go, here with Lester Hayes and Ira Matthews. There's a Lester Hayes signed hat. You know, the judge.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that.
Lester Hayes.
So we went out, and I went to, and it was great to hang with a couple clubs. And this was in El Paso when that big snowstorm just blitzed everybody. It came in the outskirts of us, so we didn't get hit too bad. But I was hanging out with Puppet, and I was hanging out with it was Steampunk, right? Puppet, I think it was Steampunk. Was there with us, so we had our brother, Steampunk brothers in crime with us. So we see each other, and it was great. And we see all of the fans. We went with Lester and Ira Matthews, and we're hanging out with them, and it's fantastic. And I travel in the off season. I mean, in about 2 weeks from now, or maybe 10 days. I'll be in Vegas to go to the Max Crosby Commitment to Excellence Award dinner. So if you guys, you can almost book this on Vegas odds. Okay. God forbid, if there is a trade of Max Crosby, it will not be announced until March. Why? Because they're not going to announce a trade of Max Crosby before they give him the Commitment to Excellence Award at the end of the month. It's so
makes sense.
It's so fuck you. I mean, I don't think that he would say anything. I know the Raiders wouldn't say anything. If there's a trade upcoming, it's okay, because we knew for 10 days that Clint Kubiak was going to be our head coach, but it wasn't announced, right? So God forbid, and I will say God forbid, if there is a Max Crosby trade, don't expect any announcement until March 1st or later, because they're not going to have Max Crosby go to an event with all the Raider fans giving him congratulations for, I think this is at least the fourth or fifth year in a row that he's won this award as basically the Raiders MVP or man of their team. They're not going to do that. That's just not going to happen. So if you guys are thinking about it, you know, that's what I'm sorry, Pink. I'm long-winded. I get some breath in and I expel it in,
No,
in
you're fine.
spurts over
No,
like
no,
5
you're
minutes.
fine.
So whatever else.
I
But I'm
really am
looking forward to seeing you
No, go ahead.
at the draft, right?
At the draft.
Looking
Of
forward to
course.
seeing you at the draft, right?
Of
Okay.
course. Of course, I'll be at the draft.
B,
Yes, of course.
Good.
I'm gonna try to make
B,
it down
you gonna
there.
be out there?
I'm gonna try to make it down here. You know the guy that
Okay.
was the Pittsburgh guy in our comments. He lives in Pittsburgh, so I'm gonna see if I can get a hold of him and we can hang out and go to the draft. So we'll see what happens. It's a month and a half away, a month and a little more than a half away. Well, it's a month and a half away, almost 2 months.
Yeah.
So a lot can change in that time.
A
But
little bit of time. Yeah, we see it, Ward. Rob, I mean, it's if Max wants to go, the Raiders don't want to trade him. If Max goes, it's because Max Crosby said, hey, been fun, but I want to try to chase a ring, and I only have so many years left, and I don't think that my timeline and your timeline will
Going in and out.
work. I mean, honestly, I think
Can you hear me? Because I can't hear you guys.
I can hear you.
I was having some technical. You were going in and out, Cap. And now
Yeah,
Cap's frozen. Caps, you're frozen.
Looks like you lost the internet connection there.
That's what I was thinking because it was going in and out. And I was like, well, is it me?
Yeah,
and I
it's
looked at
him.
my internet. There
Yeah,
you
Robert,
are.
it is him.
Hey, you froze up for a little bit. So listen.
Yeah, I was. I wanted to say, yeah. What was I saying? Those the last words out of my mouth before I went.
Oh, about the
Yeah,
going down to
things.
the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to the draft. I can't wait to go to the draft, and it starts the year off. And maybe that's not what I was going to say, but let's talk with that with draft. We'll have a good time with all of it. Remember, we'll have it's a family of families. You know, the fans that we all know that dress. I mean, it's the fans of all teams that are going to be there. But the fans who dress up, it's our was it family get together, yearly family get together, and it's fun. So I can't wait to go to that. And yeah, so it'll be Pittsburgh, and then you said it's DC next year. Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's a little over a day away. I can do that. Oh yeah. Rob, there it is. If Max wants to go, it's up to him. But now I know what I was going to say. His timeline is to win within maybe 3-4 years, if not sooner. I was going to say the Patriots were a 4-win team last year, and they went to the Super Bowl this year with a second-year quarterback. I'm not saying that the Raiders are going to be in the Super Bowl and for the January 2028. I'm not saying that, but it can happen. So if Max wants to go and he's going to say, hey, I'm great and I'm out of here, but he's going to get us some good draft picks back. So, and positives to Max. Max deserves all the great things that has come into him. I feel a little bit differently towards Max than I do for Khalil Mack, because Khalil did not want to be there. And so I for many years I called him 50 Who, because I was kind of pissed off at him. He's 52. I called him 50 Who, and I said that I have these nice Khalil Mack jerseys that are hanging in my closet, and I was not going to wear them, and I still won't wear them until he retired, because then it is a old school Raiders jersey. And so and when he retires, I will wear that jersey again.
Well, Captain, I have
It's
one
not
question
historically easy.
We've got
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
We got to get you. Well, I want to make sure you get out of here for your show, and I want to ask you about, because you talked about the super fans. Like, I love the Raiders super fans. I don't have any issues with the Raiders. I've always loved the Raiders ever since I was coming up. Because I came up out of Watts, California. When you guys were out there in Oakland, Raiders, Raiders, Raiders. I loved the Raiders, still do. The fans, oh my God, I can't speak enough about the fans. The super fans are just amazing. And that's why I was saying earlier, I hate that we're not playing you guys this season, but maybe in 27 we'll play you guys and you come to Carolina. But so looking forward to seeing all the Raiders super fans in the draft. But you talked about the super fans and how important, because you're one of those like diehard super fans that go to a lot of the games, go to all the away games, all the home games, and you still have to do all that traveling, even though your team sucks. You're in the same position we were in when we had the first pick in 23, because our record
Yeah.
was like 2 and whatever, and we had number one pick. Now you're in the same position where you have number one pick. And, so you never know how those things are going to work out. But how important is your fan base to the team? How important is it to the morale of the team and the city, the state, the dynasty?
Well, I will say this, and for those that have not been out to Vegas, Vegas is a great game to go to if you are on the other side, because and I'm being honest here, like you were saying before, I don't hold shit back. This is the truth. Vegas is an away game for the away team. There are plenty of fans of whoever we're playing in the stands. Why? Because it's a destination city. Hey, we're playing the Raiders this year. Let's make a weekend of it. We can go out on a Thursday. We can be ready to go on Friday. Friday we can go to a show. Saturday we do a dinner and another show. Sunday we got the game. Monday we can do something, and then we can fly home Tuesday, like for 5 days, right? And they wrap it around the game, okay?
Absolutely.
And every team that hasn't been to Vegas yet, that's their destination city, because Vegas has always been someplace to go. Now you got a reason to go. You got to go with your football team. Now, until a time that, and I think it's coming up pretty soon, where every team has already been to Vegas. I think that's coming to now, that it's starting to be the second time that the team has come to Vegas. I mean, I know the Patriots have been there at least twice, maybe 3 times, right? Yeah, because we beat the Patriots 3 times in a row, and that was, amazing that we did that. But we had the fumbleception and other things. But yeah,
there?
the next time the Pats go, it'll be a
The
Lions will.
The Lions, did you go there?
They played in there. Yep, they played there.
Okay.
Well, the Lions
diehard
went,
Lions fan.
and the last time we played the Lions was a Monday night in Detroit. Yeah, and I went, and that was the one team that I haven't gone to in that division, and it was, man, I was mad because I wanted to go to Detroit. That's what I call Detroit. I wanted to go to Detroit to see the Lions play, and so that's there. But every team has come to Vegas at least once, to my knowledge. So when it's the second time or maybe the third time, and when the Raiders have a team that is, you want to see them play, then when the Raiders get better and those other fans have already been out there, and the Raider fans will figure out this, hey, this is our house, this is where we need to play, and then there'll be more, and we'll get that home field. Because I tell you what, playing in Oakland was a hell of a lot different than playing
Mm-hmm.
in
In
Vegas.
in
Vegas.
Vegas. I'll
Mm-hmm.
just leave it at
So
that.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I can attest to that. I will never forget the time that I came there. And if you've not been to Vegas as a super fan or a fan or whatever, those super fans show you the time of your life, and they're very they have great hospitality, very friendly people. Um, I love the tailgate. That was one of my favorites too, as well, because I'll never stop talking about your tailgate. It's like going through a flea market. So fun. And they just welcomed us with open arms. They're so sweet. I just love the Raiders and the Raiders super fans. And your stadium is beautiful inside and out. So that's why I wanted to come there again. But hopefully you guys will come to us. One last thing. So for example, what would you give an up and coming super fan? What kind of advice would you give an up and coming super fan of any team?
I will say this, and again, I see spinning circles. I apologize. It's because I got too many fucking windows up, and that's me. That's a me problem. I apologize. But I will say this: if you are going to be a fan of your team, first off, I don't like the term super fan because just because you dress up does not make you any more of a fan that is a true diehard fan of your team. That means you dress accordingly and that you put a little more in to being a fan of your team. Okay, you are a recognized fan. That's why I said, hey, I like to be called an easily recognizable fan, but that just doesn't roll off the tongue. Okay, but I will say, if you are going to dress the part of your fandom or team, make sure when you figure out what you want to do. Pink's got her deal. She wears pink and she's got, the highlights and the blue and things like that. And she's got the war makeup and other things like that, but she has her outfits and all that. And she doesn't stray from that. Okay. She doesn't stray from that. So if you are going to say, I am, Pantherette Brazilla, okay, I just picked the name, right? If you're going to be Pantherette Brazilla, make sure that you keep your theme throughout what you do. If you wear a mask, guess what, Miss Brazilla? You're wearing a mask for the entire time that you are Pantherette Brazilla. If you're wearing face paint, you're wearing face paint the entire time. So make sure you might want to try it out with what you're doing before you do it. There are people that wear masks and they're like, oh, it's fucking hot in this. And they haven't figured it out.
Find that
They
out.
haven't figured it out. But you said that you were Pantherette Brazilla or Raider whatever. Yeah, don't mess with the puppet. Puppet will mess you out. Yeah, thank you, Matt. Be consistent. Now, you will know this with this. I have a Saturday hat and a game hat, but they're two tricorn hats. I have two vests. One is my Saturday vest and my game vest. Okay. I have a puffy shirt with my jewelry and stuff and my neck braces. My pants are similar. They're same except for one item, and I wear boots, right? I wear the same thing with little different nuances. When I dress up, I have a tricorn hat that is it's a formal tricorn hat, and I have formal wear. I have formal pirate wear. The same outfit basically, and I spruced it up. So if you are going to be a super fan of your team, keep the mark, and like Matt Marinovich says, keep consistent, because that's what you are going to be for the rest of your time as Pantherette Brazilla or Raider, whatever. Raider puppet is good to go. We don't be no more Raider puppets.
No, we don't need no more Raider puppets, right? I love the Raider anything, but
that's
Panther this or Panther that. But like good advice, because, well, for one thing, you never know when I'm going to step up in there. I don't like hold myself to one outfit because I'm just different. I'm not going to wear the same outfit but I have the same theme, like you indicated. I have the same theme, the pink, the blue, and anything that's glitz and glam is going on me. But yeah, so
Same
great
thing.
advice to any up and coming fans. Well, how can anyone who's watching this tonight find you on social media?
That's true. That is true. And but at least Puppet, at least I was wearing underwear, Puppet. You know, I will say that. So if you can find me on social media, all you need to do is look for Captain Jack, RACKEM, Rackham, and that's you see that on like Facebook, you see it on Instagram, you see it on is it the that I do not do X, or sorry, I do X, I do Twitter. Hey Nikki, good to see you, Nikki. I don't do what's that one that the Chinese have? Oh, TikTok. You won't see me. You will not see me on TikTok. There is I did get like for one, I had the wild hair. I was going to get a profile on TikTok. There is a TikTok profile of me which has I think nothing on it. It might have one video, and then I thought against it. And I was using a stovepipe, a phone that was just for TikTok, because I won't get into why you don't want to be on TikTok, but all the rest of you people can be on TikTok, but couldn't be on TikTok. So that's it. But I am on everything else. I might be on what's that? I might do an only.
You're on
fans
YouTube too.
One of these days. Who knows? You know, we'll see.
OnlyFans.
See, Captain OnlyFans. It's going to be Captain Jack.
Right.
No. Listen.
It's like, don't do that.
You are a breath of fresh air, Captain Jack, from one captain to another. Yeah, we served in that military. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for your incredible selfless service to this already great nation. Thank you, B, for being on the ones and twos. I am so looking forward to seeing you at the draft, and all of your friends and all the Raider fans and all of our fans, of course. And like you said, it's just one big family party. It's a big family reunion, and I'm so looking forward to seeing you guys. Thank you so much for coming. We got to have you again. And any last words before we go, round robin? Thank you again for everybody who jumped in the chat and joined the show. You cannot you don't even know how important that means to us, because you support our show and we really appreciate that. So go on all our channels and follow us. We're on social media except TikTok. I'm not on there either. BA is on Facebook,
Yep.
Instagram, and YouTube. And
no OnlyFans. That's a joke. That's a joke, folks. That's
I'm
a
not
joke.
on that
I always say,
either.
well, check out my OnlyFans.
Check out Captain Jack on
Won't
his
do that one.
OnlyFans,
No,
guys.
no TikTok and no OnlyFans. Yeah, no. Now I will say this though, and this is true. OnlyFans is for people that have a product to sell of their personality. It doesn't mean that you got to take your clothes off. Okay, I will say that in defense. It is a product selling thing, and there are people on there that sell themselves and in various attire, and they can be clothed, various attire. And while I'm not, you're not subscribing. I get it, Yenzer, I get it. But unless I get rid of this and I start getting this up, and I will wear underwear. I will wear underwear just like Puppet said. You ain't gonna see the full Monty on Captain Jack ever. Ever.
That being said, Captain
I will say
Jack.
that.
B, you got anything before we salute you out of here?
No, we are out of here. But yeah, thanks, Cap Jack. I gotta get with you to get your shows back on our network, man, so we can get you all situated. That was Mac is Mac.
That would be great, because I tell you,
us, and we want to keep his network going. So that's
Come back home, Cap. Come back home.
Yep.
All right, Captain Jack, we salute you, man.
Yeah, I'd like to. I said one thing. When Mac left, and rest in peace to Mac, great guy that he was. I was a proud part of that network, and his lovely wife that did all the great things behind the scenes. Just I never really once he departed, I really didn't hear anything, and just kind of faded from there. But I do something for that network for Mac and everybody there for sure. I enjoyed it.
Okay, well, we
We'll
will
see you
get
back
into
home
that.
there, Captain Jack.
We'll make sure that you get a part of that pie
All right.
that we all have. So,
Yep. We'll see you soon. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Next week we
Yeah.
got
One last thing.
we got the go ahead.
Go to my YouTube channel, Captain Jack Rackham Levy. It's easy. Captain Jack Rackham Levy. I'm about 7 minutes late. I'm just going to make an entrance. And then I'm going to be on. We're going to be talking about the Raiders coaches, and we'll see and again, thank you for having me on. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. Welcome back. Welcome home. We'll see you soon. Safe travels to the draft. Come back next week, everybody.
Hoorah.
We've got
take care, guys.
Take care, guys. Thank you. We've got a fan coming in from Australia, from down under next week. So you guys come on back to SuperFan Thursday. Keep pounding, baby.
peace.